Our sanity is what we're hoping for.
Yes, virtual reality fans, how the devil are you? I am Brain Man VR, and as usual, we're here every week to review some kind of awesome or otherwise virtual reality game or experience. Today, we're going to make some ribbet-ing discoveries, because that's the name of the frog dissection educational tool, probably aimed at children, but we're going to find out, that we are going to be having a look at today. So each week I give 5 tips and tricks on how to get your VR experiences working better, no matter what kind of rig you've got. I use an HTC VIVE, but a lot of these titles are available on PlayStation VR and Oculus and various other manufacturers of virtual reality equipment. My tips and tricks basically boil down to always have water to hand, drink a cup of tea, because tea is good for you, it also sharpens you up, tea is good for you. Number 3, get your skin on show so that you can sweat from your arms, from your legs, not from your forehead, or it steams up your lenses. Bother to clear out the room so that you can actually move around in space rather than joystick movement or teleporting everywhere. It's much more immersive to physically move. And then finally, limit the amount you play. I recommend half an hour a day, no more, because virtual reality has the potential to be incredibly addictive. So, quick rundown at the beginning, and now it's time to go from reality to virtual reality. So my friends, the Thames is troubled. London is not a happy place at the moment. Everyone's staying indoors, hiding from COVID-19. And what better way to spend isolation than, you know, getting stuck into some VR. Oh, look. Haha. We have people.
We see.
Hi.
Hey. Actually,
Was geht?
this semester, hi.
Was geht, mein Bundesbruder? How is everyone? Sorry, I'm just getting set up. Okay, right, so we got a party going on.
What's going on?
How's everyone enjoying the beach?
I'm enjoying a lot.
Yeah, me too. Yesterday, I was down there at the end of the beach, right at the other end, the alte Ende den Strand. Hi, Jan. Hi.
Hi, hi.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Beautiful. I'm good. You're neuroformer.
Yeah, I'm the neuroformer. I'm a brain...
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm coming here because I present a YouTube channel where I review virtual reality games.
Oh, cool.
Do you ever watch YouTube
So
videos?
sometimes I watch it, not very often.
Okay. That's where I go to find out about where the new VR games are. So I thought I'd contribute. I thought I'd make something of my own. So you're on the show, Huajiang. Welcome.
Thanks.
What brings you here?
It seems like... sorry?
What brings you here? What made you want to come to Tower Bridge today? Why Tower Bridge today? Do you like this bridge?
Yeah, I like.
I love this bridge. What's that you've got there?
I just randomly play with them.
Haha, look, what have you got? Nice, where did you get that, Minor Reiner? Where did you get that from? Ooh, what's that? What the hell is this? What? I don't understand, man. What is this new tool? I don't understand it. I really don't understand. Okay, well, time to go in to the frog dissection. More fun than talking to Juan Jan. That conversation was a bit stilted. I think we can all agree, right? Bit stilted. Sometimes you meet colourful characters, sometimes you don't. And I feel like maybe I could have peeled back the layers a little bit more, but I couldn't be asked. Right, when you're doing VR, you should always have water to hand. It's thirsty business when done properly. You should also drink tea, and plenty of it, because it's good for you. Maximise your play area. You want to be moving around in space as much as possible. If you want to give the brain everything it needs to be truly convinced you're having a riveting discovery. Like, don't over-rely on teleportation and joystick control. Like, crouch down, move around. That's a big part of it. Sweat from your arms, not from your forehead. No one likes steamy lenses. And don't play for too long. I recommend no more than half an hour a day. Or, if you haven't played for a few days, play for an hour. Go crazy. Grab or select to begin. Okay? Let's do that then. Skip tutorial, redo tutorial. Look, here we are.
Welcome to the virtual
Hi.
My name is Wendy.
Hi, Wendy Martin, science teacher.
Guiding you through today's
Okay, great. Yeah, I remember the tunes are good.
controls before we get started. Feel it with your thumb.
Feel it with my thumb.
Now let's practice
Teleport around. Yeah. Go from the grid to the grid. Yeah, I just did that.
This is handy for reorienting yourself if you don't have a big enough area to move around. Now that you've practiced your teleporting, go ahead and make your way back to dissection.
Yes. Definitely classical for dissection.
At the bottom of the controller, the
Oh, yes, there it is. I can feel it with my pointer finger.
in front of you, there's a
Yeah. We already discovered that.
grab that handle and push on the trigger. The table should
Yeah, the stomach's actually really high.
You can move the controller up or down and adjust the table height so it's nice and comfortable.
Ka-doom, ka-doom.
Excellent.
Good to go. Come on, let's do some froggy dissection.
If you look in front of you, you can see some objects.
This music's really annoying.
Of those objects, simply reach out with your controller to touch the object. Now press down on the trigger again on the bottom of the
Yeah.
and lift. Play around with this for a little while. It's kind of fun. Lift the bottles, lift the graduated cylinder. You can even pick them up and throw them across the room.
Ah,
Don't
right.
worry about hitting me. I'm just tired. This is the procedure that you will use to pick up the frog in the
Yes. Skip tutorial. External features.
So today we're going to be dissecting the frog.
All right, we got a scalpel.
By reviewing the
We got scissors.
frogs are in the phylum Chordata.
Chordata.
They have a backbone.
They do have a
They are
backbone.
in the class amphibia and the
Ooh.
order Anura. Now,
Oh, that's
Anura
cool.
means without a tail. Adult frogs and toads, unlike other amphibians, are tailless.
Tailless.
Amphibians live on both land and water at some point in their life. Amphibian actually means double life. Some amphibians, like frogs, live in the water only during their larval stage and come back as adults to lay eggs.
No way, I'm not replaying Wendy. I got it.
Frogs go through a complete metamorphosis. They start their lives as an aquatic tadpole
Oh,
with
really?
gills and fins, and as they mature, they metamorphosize and they develop lungs and legs.
So, I mean, I'm presuming you all know this story, right? It's pretty basic. But I think the idea is it's conveying this is quite a cool way to teach people stuff. Like, this is a familiar place. We all learned in this environment, and As adults, when you come back to it, it's not so intimidating. You're the only pupil, for one thing. Objective. Describe the appearance of organs to be observed. Identify the organs and label them diagram. Identify the function of the organs to be observed. How does the frog's anatomy compare to your own? Demonstrate proper dissecting procedure. Okay.
Number two,
What else?
you should be able to identify the organs and label them on a diagram after the
I just read that.
Number three, you should be able to identify the functions
This is
of the
ridiculous.
organs that we are observing today. Number four, you should all
Ah. Hello, Froggy.
good job.
Ah!
Look at some of the external features. Look at the frog that is sitting in front of you. The skin of a frog is very thin and moist. Some amphibians use their skin for gas escape. To prevent them from drying out, some amphibians, like frogs, have mucus glands. Mucus glands will secrete
I'm gonna chop this poor frog.
Pick up the magnifying lens from your tool tray and look closely at the mucus glands. Like all glands, they will secrete as needed.
Oh, right, that's what its glands are. I wasn't listening to the lady. What does she want me to do with them? Ooh, what's this? Wow. Poison gland. Poison gland. Ugh. Alright, I don't feel so bad about chopping it out now. Uh-huh. This is a bit disgusting. I wish I'd listened to Wendy. Okay, you know what?
Okay, good job.
Oh.
Let's now begin to look at some of the external features. Look at the frog that is sitting in front of you. The skin of a frog is very thin and moist. Some amphibians use their skin for gas exchange. To prevent them from drying out, some amphibians, like frogs, have mucus glands. Mucus glands will secrete a waterproof coating that helps keep their skin moist and slippery. Pick up the magnifying lens from your tool tray and look closely at the mucus glands.
Okay.
Like all glands, they will secrete as needed. Now, if you pick up the frog and flip it over, you will notice what we call counter shading. The top and the bottom of the frog are different colors. This is helpful in nature in camouflaging itself. Frogs can have pigmented skin cells called chromatophores that give them their coloration. Some frogs can actually change color in order to camouflage. You can check out the chromatophore cells by looking at them closely with the magnifying lens. Go ahead and put the frog back on its belly. Frogs have 4 appendages, 2 forelimbs or front limbs, and 2 muscular hind limbs for jumping. Lift the front legs with forceps. Their front legs are short and specially designed to absorb the impact of landing. Their front feet are not webbed and usually have 4 toes. Now lift the muscular back legs. These back legs are also useful in swimming. Aquatic frogs have webbed rear feet, usually with 5 toes.
kind of fascinating. Now that I've figured out how to blimmin' hit go. Go. You go there. You hit go.
Now we're going to look at the eye. Frogs have large, bulging eyes that rotate in their socket, providing sight in almost any direction. Frogs have upper and lower eye membranes, and in addition, they have a nictitating membrane. This thin membrane comes from the lower eyelid and can cover the eye to clean and protect it. It's not always visible in a preserved specimen, but if you use the magnifying lens,
Long.
you may be able
This
to
is
see
long.
it from the
This
lower
is long.
Now go ahead and touch the external nares with the probe. This structure is similar to your nostrils. The external nares allow for entry and exit of the air. Their nostrils are located on the top of their head to allow breathing while most of the head is submerged. Although frogs have a good sense of hearing, they don't have a typical external ear structure. Instead, frogs have a tympanic membrane behind each eye. The tympanic membrane is similar to your eardrum. Touch it with the probe. These membranes pick up sound waves and carry them into the internal ear. It is the hearing organ of the frog, and it's also used in equilibrium and balance. Now let's go ahead and look at the inside of the mouth. Open the mouth with your forceps. Using the magnifying lens, look closely at the upper jaw. You will see many small maxillary teeth. The lower jaw has none. Near the internal nares are the two vomerine teeth on the roof of the mouth. Frogs don't chew their food. They swallow it whole. Therefore, the teeth they have are used only for grasping and holding the prey as they swallow.
That's quite interesting. Oh, it's just so slow. Like, if it's slow for you, trust me, it's slow for me too. I think this is good for kids, but to go through each bit of this, I mean, we know all this, right? Unless you're a kid, so the only time I've ever done this, but I'm going back to the beach. Going back to the beach after not very long. Maybe one quick game of Beat Saber. I recreated my own version of Beat Saber yesterday. That was good. It's obviously not quite as pretty, but you have blocks coming towards you and you have lightsabers in your hand. And if you hit them in the right direction as they go past, they disappear. You don't get the satisfying tingle of the hand, but yeah, I was quite proud of myself. It took about an hour following a tutorial. Really good tutorial. Valem or Valem. Awesome. Right, so I mean, God, I haven't done this for so long. I haven't done this for so long. Which would it be? Which would it be? I always like this one. It's kind of mesmerizing. Inside a computer game. That one's good. That one's good. Yeah, I like that one. On hard, eh? Oh no, I got confused on the switcher. Clever. Ducking coming up again, you get confused. Oh, rank of A. Put only on hard. So let's do insane on expert, because that felt a bit ponderous, I'm not going to lie. That. Wow. Wow, that's tricksy as hell. Cross and then uncross. Woo! That. I mean, seriously, dissecting a frog compared to that? Come on. Come on. Let's be sensible for a moment. Now, look, we'll go and talk about the frog. Right, let's get back to reality to review the frog dissection. Well, I think you've got a pretty clear understanding of what I thought of that particular VR experience. Now, I'm all for educating through virtual reality, but my God, did that woman drone on. And the pace at which you move through from, one step to the next is glacial. I mean, it's so slow moving. And I have a relatively high tolerance threshold, I think, compared to a lot of people in terms of my attention span is longer than others. I think typically people these days have very, very, very short attention spans because of the way they consume media. And I, generally speaking, am very happy to read for an hour every morning, as you can tell probably from all my books in the background when I'm playing the game. But yeah, so Ribbet-ing, I think it's great if you've got small kids. They will maybe be mesmerized by it and think it's amazing. But for anyone that's done VR more than a handful of times, it's just too slow. There is the yuck factor, the wobbliness of the frog. I have to give them credit for. It's got a sort of elasticity and rubberiness to it. Now, I didn't cut into it. I know I didn't get that far. I lost interest and went off to Beat Saber. But that was merely because A, I was bored. B, I've dissected a frog for real in real life, and I kind of knew what was happening. And it wasn't really adding anything in virtual reality that you couldn't do in the real world. Now, there is a place for recreating things you can do in reality, but there are limited resources. Maybe it's not so easy these days for school teachers to, have kids handling scalpels and have the frogs available. It might offend some of the kids' religions or whatever. It's probably wrapped up in all sorts of complications that I don't know anything about. So, they get points for effort, and there's a great guy I know who wrote a book called Sex on Earth. I understand that he goes around touring schools with that VR thing, as a way to introduce kids to virtual reality in a way that sort of meshes with their syllabus, educational syllabus. I think it's a brilliant idea. It's just for adults. It does not compare to experiences like Beat Saber, which are truly like amazing in the sense that they allow you to do stuff in virtual reality that you simply can't do in reality. And that for me is the whole joy of VR. It's magical, wonderful experiences that really get your juices flowing. Beat Saber does it, which is why I went in there to create a bit of a contrast. Ribbet-ing Discoveries, I'm sorry. As far as adults are concerned, that is a no-no. I'd avoid it like the plague. Unless you have a particular interest in amphibious anatomy, or if you want to introduce your kids to something, get them into this new technology, then it's a winner. But generally speaking, for an adult, for your average adult, mainly because of how slow-paced that holographic sort of presenter, demonstrator vibe was, I give it a 1, and that's the first time ever. All right, well, thank you very much indeed for coming by. It's always a pleasure to have you here. I really, really appreciate you stopping by. So I'll be back next week, every week in fact. I'm going to keep it up for a year, if you hadn't gathered by now. So please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, whether you like it, disagree, agree, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'd love to hear from you.
Live. Reality. VR is amazing. Live. Much better. VR is amazing.